So hello guys, welcome to I hope you can hear me. Welcome to UIUS 105. I'll be teaching you about information architecture and wireframing. So basically I've already talked about information architecture some weeks ago. I'm going to talk about it in full length now. And we already did some exercises on wireframing when I was introducing it to Figma, so it's not a new concept. The content for today is organizing content and information hierarchy, which is also information architecture, designing user flows, which I also already touched on some weeks back, task flows and sitemaps, introduction to wireframing, which we also call low fidelity designs, and prototyping interactions and user navigation. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can. Um, so let's just get started. So information architecture basically just means the way information on the particular platform you're building is going to be arranged. The content and the hierarchy. It goes from maybe your home page to the next part after your home page will be different sections like menu, settings, profile. Under profile, you would have this is not user flow now. This is not you're going from one place to the other. This is the particular pages that will follow the other. Sitemap is very similar, but there's a little difference in between information architecture and sitemap. Information architecture is based on the architecture of the website, like the building blocks from the bottom to the final top. Every single thing you're building in your application is going to be in information architecture. Even some little things as transaction screens, if you just put them there, it's part of it. Information architecture involves structuring and organizing content to make it easy, accessible, and understandable for users. This process ensures that users can navigate through the information in an intuitive and efficient manner. Key concepts in this area include the content organization. It involves how you arrange the content in all your pages, the hierarchy, which is most important, which is least important, even on your home page. You will notice that a lot of home pages have action buttons or call to action buttons really big at the bottom because you're trying to call their attention to the fact that they're supposed to press this button. Or they create cartridges like boxes that contain what you want people to do or what you want them to use something for, and it draws their attention to click on it and stuff like that. That's how information architecture works. The hierarchy, you prioritize content based on its importance, ensuring that users quickly find what they are looking for without stress. And navigation design, you're designing navigation menu that contain multiple things to show to people. So quickly, I would like to show you what information architecture looks like. Mm. Sorry, it's loading. Very heavy, so alright. So this information architecture looks like your onboarding screen contains your home, your profile, the services you want to pick, and this for a laundry application and basket. In your home, you have a menu bar that contains about us wallets, quality assurance, feedback. Also has laundry options like wash, iron, track, and the different things you're going to do on your own page as the architecture and the activities present. This is what information architecture looks like. Basically, every single um, implementation that you have in your application is your information architecture. Let's go on. and navigation design all the same, you understand? So the next thing we are going on to is your user flow, your task flows, and your sitemap. I'm going to like summarize it real fast. User flow is the navigation in which your user just follows to attain the particular task they want to do. Say you want to order food, this is the direction you go from entering the application to clicking on the food you want to order to payment and to delivery. Basically, that's your user flow. Task flow is like you giving them tasks to actually do. Whether like let's say you create a prompt that people are supposed to follow, and then they take the prompt that you use it. Let's say you want to update your name in your profile, you open the application, you go to settings or you go to your profile and you go to your name and you try to change it. That's task flow. You're creating what you, and then sitemap is basically like the information architecture, but it's different in the sense that in your sitemap you're going to include every single page that you're ever going to design and create in your sitemap is going to contain every single page you're designing, the payment page, the home page, the application page, um, delivery page, tracking page. You're going to involve it in your sitemap. That's the whole idea. So user flows visualize the path user takes to complete specific tasks. Task flow is specific tasks, focus on the specific tasks or process and detail each step the user needs to take to accomplish it. And sitemaps provide an overview of the entire structure of what you're trying to build. The next thing will be wireframe, which is low fidelity designs, which I explained some weeks ago, is using boxes and sketches or drawings to just quickly illustrate what you're trying to create. Low fidelity designs, they are basically sketches or digital representations that emphasize the layout and content hierarchy. It's the process where you place the elements you want to be in your wireframe, and it's iterative because you can always make changes after you try to test or you try to let people use it and see what it's like. And then you have prototyping, interaction, and user navigation. I also showed you prototyping some weeks ago. Prototyping involves creating interactive models of a design that simulates user interaction. Let me show you prototyping one more time. I would also show you what a typical research looks like. So for a typical research, when you're researching, you can use something called FeedChamp. Oh, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm coming. So this is what a typical research looks like after you've done your research. It's a whole lot bigger, but I'm zoomed out. So if you zoom in, you see that it contains a lot of content, affinity mapping, empathy maps, pain points, user personas, features this user story, competitive analysis, information architecture, user flow, um, what's here? Expectations and persona. And you also have some other things like problem statement solution, secondary research, and every other thing. This is what research typically would look like when you're doing your research. And then for prototyping, basically, this is how you prototype in Figma. There is a prototype section here. Once you click on it, you see little dots that appear. Now, in prototyping, this allows for interactivity. When you click on the prototype button, or let's say I remove this and I delete, if I click on this particular frame, and I drag this prototype to the next one, it connects and it gives you a dialog box here. Now, you come to pick what you want the interaction to be. Maybe after a delay of 800 seconds, this should pop out of somewhere. As you can see, it's here, but it's outside the frame here. So let's play it. Let's see what it's like. So now, yeah. So this thing, after a delay of some seconds, it did it itself. You have buttons that go on to the next page. This is prototyping. You've prototyped, you've given it interactions, and it's working like that. And it's going to keep working. You put in your information, you sign in, you have your home page, you make it interactive, and lots more. That's how prototyping works. That's why you have this arrows here. So it's going to go from where you started to where you're going to. That's the whole idea of prototyping. Let's go back to our lesson. So prototyping involves creating interactive models of your designs that simulate user interactions. Interactive prototypes. These prototypes go beyond static wireframes by allowing users to click buttons, navigate between screens, and experience the flow of product. That is what I just showed you right now. We could go from one place to the other like we're using an actual application. It's actually a prototype. Now, using an application, prototype helps you test the effectiveness of your navigation and identify any issues you have. Now, if you go back to this prototype now, okay, I've closed it. You would notice that some buttons did not work. You notice that some buttons did not work. Like this ones now, these buttons here are not working. So now I can see that these buttons, this G, Google, Facebook, and Apple, since they are not working, I have to go back to my design and try to correct it. You get, and then you sign. That's how it works. You can always correct your mistake. You can always go back, and the feedback you get from your prototype section helps you go back to make corrections to all your mistakes. Now remember that these concepts are interconnected, and the process of designing user experiences often involves going back and forth between them as you refine your designs based on user feedback and insights. Developing strong information architecture wireframe and prototypes will greatly contribute to creating user-friendly and effective digital products. Thank you very much for attending to this class. If you have any question, the floor is open for you now. Hello guys, do you have any question? Alright, in the absence of any question, I will see you guys on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.